Hey, namaste, and welcome. My name is Alexandra Packager. I'm an integrative and functional yoga therapist, and my work is to help teach you how to feel better in your body and function more optimally in your life through yoga. So, today I'm going to teach you something really important. It's how to activate your core. And I practiced yoga and weightlifted for years before I truly knew how to activate my core. So, let's get to it. Make your way down onto your back. And we'll keep the feet flat. Now we have this section of our core called the transverse abdominals, and they're like the six-pack muscles, or I'm sorry, they're not the six-pack muscles, they're directly underneath the six-pack muscles, and they connect to our spine, and that's our quote-unquote, our true core. I'll refer to it as TVA, transverse, because they go side to side, abdominals. So notice, take a moment here, rest on your back, and let's take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Begin to notice your entire spine, starting from your tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, and the back of the head. And let's bring the awareness down to your lower back. Now, not the tailbone, but the lower back. And begin to press down into your lower back. Like you want to leave an imprint of the lumbar spine into your mat, into the floor, and really begin to press. Like if I were to pop through your screen and try to slide my hands underneath your lower back, I would not be able to because your lower back would not let me through. Keep doing that and start to notice that sensation of core activation. Imagine that there was a rope underneath your lower back going from the left side of your body all the way to the right, and someone was pulling that rope. You would not let them have the rope because you're pressing down with your low back into the rope, preventing them from grabbing it. So, okay, you with me? Feel the core. Breathe here. This is your true core. Breathe. So it's like that pressing into the lower back sensation. You can also activate this when you round your spine and like pull these muscles together. And as you use them more and more, you'll be able to tap into them. So from here, let's play. Let's do a practice focused around connecting to this core. On your inhale, I'll have you tilt your pelvis forward. So take a moment and look at my lower back, and now I have an arch under my lower back. I have a pelvic tilt, okay? And then on the exhale, ground your low back again, pressing into your core. Pause, breathe, feel the transverse abdominals activate. Now on your inhale, tilt your pelvis the opposite way, tilting it up towards you. So your hips float off the ground. We're not in a full Setu Bandhasana. We're not in a full bridge pose yet. Now on the exhale, ground your low back, articulating this part of the spine. Breathe into low back, feel the core. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lift the hips up just slightly. Exhale, ground, feel the core. Inhale, tilt pelvis forward, arching the back. I'm going to move my arms just so you can see. Exhale, ground, feel the core, activate transverse abdominals. Inhale, peel up a little bit. Exhale, ground the core. Inhale, arch the back, tilting pelvis forward. Exhale, ground. Hello, transverse abdominals. Pause and breathe here. Inhale, peel up a little bit more, keeping the transverse abdominals activated, but just lifting the spine, almost like you're scooping up. Good. Exhale, ground your low back, pause, float the knees into the chest. I like this work so much better than doing planks or Navasana boat poses. And I get it, like traditional vinyasa yoga is traditional vinyasa yoga, but there's other ways here. This is why this is a therapeutic yoga channel. So begin to rock yourself side to side here. But just because it's therapeutic doesn't mean it's challenging. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Pause here, and let's bring the hands behind the knees and start to straighten one leg up at a time. And as you do this, press down into your lower back. So being really intentional with how we move our body here. Okay. And let us pause. Lower your feet down, palms flat, ground your low back. Feel the core, lift the hips slightly, so scooping pelvis up, and then just pause here, but really let yourself feel the core. Hello, transverse abdominals. And then inhale, let's peel up a little bit more, coming into a fuller bridge pose. Inhale here. Exhale, peel your spine down, round, ground. And inhale, peel up into bridge pose, set to Bandhasana, palms flat. The shoulders aren't warmed up yet here, so just keep the hands grounded. Exhale, peel your spine down, ground, pause. Lift the knees into the chest, and let's rock on up to a seated cross-legged position, and just notice how your body feels here. Hands to the knees, and exhale, round your spine. Kind of doing that same movement like how we were scooping our pelvis. Inhale, lean forward, lift the heart. And then exhale and round your spine. Inhaling to lift, lengthen. Exhale and then round. Let yourself pause. Neutral spine on the inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. Take right hand to left knee, left hand behind you, and begin to twist here, seated twist. On the inhale, float the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Pause and breathe. Inhale, begin to release. Lean forward and make your way up to tabletop. Moving the core here the same way as we were. So tuck your toes, and on your exhale, round your spine. Think of pulling belly button up and pulling your knees to your hands and your hands to your knees. So you're not actually sliding your knees forward. You're not moving any of the limbs, but you're going to pull hands to knees and knees to hands, and feel how that activates the core. Transverse abdominals again. Now on the inhale, let's release that action. Drop belly down, lift the hips and head. So we're in what people call cow pose. Sometimes I call it cow too. Press into your palms. Now pull your hands apart here. Now pull your hands together. Pull the hands together without moving them, and notice how that activates the core as well. These are different core muscles. Now on the exhale, start to tuck your pelvis, round your spine, pull the hands apart. Inhale, drop belly, lift the hips and head, pull your hands together. That activates our six-pack muscles at top. Exhale, round your spine, pull the hands apart. That activates the shoulder muscles. Then pause that action and pull knees and hands together here. Pull hands and knees together, tuck the toes, and now float the knees and continue to pull toes and wrists towards each other. Breathe here. Come on up into downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time. Drop the opposite heel. Keeping the core engaged, belly button towards the spine. So it's not like you're quote unquote sucking in your stomach. I don't even like saying that or thinking about that. It sounds awful. But think of just moving with the core engaged, pressing the spine slightly towards the ceiling or the back wall. And I'll show you how to do that in the standing position as well. So from our downward facing dog, let's lift onto the heels, look at the toes. Let's skip the planks fully and walk the toes towards your hands. From here, press into the shins, inhale, halfway lift. We can't skip a good hinge. And then exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift, press into the shins, exhale, fold. And inhale, press into your shins, halfway lift along spine, exhale to fold. Release your hands, rise up slowly into Tadasana. Hopefully my jacket is not affecting the mics. From here, standing. Think of pressing this lumbar spine towards the back wall. So you're not hunchbacked, but you are shifting the spine. Breathe here. On the inhale, float the arms up overhead. On the exhale, bring your hands to your heart and press your hands into each other like you're pushing right to left, left to right. Feeling the core, roll the shoulders back. We're not arching here. We're simply pressing into the hands, activating upper body, pressing our spine to the back wall. Take another breath. Feel the energy run through the center of the body and the heat beginning to emerge. And in your mind here, say something kind to yourself, to your body. And on the inhale, let's float the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms, micro bend the knees, heart lifts. Inhale, mountain, press the spine to the back of the room. Exhale, forward fold. Press into shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's fold again. Bring your hands down, lift the heels. Slowly walk back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heels, bend the knees, hover into a floating tabletop, pulling wrists and your feet together. Feel the core activate for 3. Another breath for 2. 1. Slowly come on down, tabletop. And from tabletop, let's make our way onto our backs again. From here, let's bring our feet flat. Root through your heels and think of pulling your heels towards your sitting bones. So like you want to bunch up the mat. So activate that. So the hamstrings are gonna be working. You're gonna feel them. Reach your arms forward. Inhale here and exhale. Start to round your spine, coming down slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Peel down. Good job. Bring the feet flat. And you know what's next. Take an inhale here. Exhale, ground your lower back. Press low back into the mat. Breathe. 3, 2. Hello, transverse abdominals. This is your true core. 1. Release. Reach the arms out to the side. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, drop knees to the right to twist. I invite you to practice this every day until your body gets the hang of how to really integrate the core into your movements, into your yoga practices. And our core is it's not just our abdominal muscles and our oblique muscles and, the organs and everything going on here. This is also our solar plexus energy center or chakra. It's how we create boundaries when we have a strong core, when we operate from our core values in life, our core beliefs. Who are you at your core? How do you process your life and assimilate what is important and what can wait till later? This is all part of the functions of core. Autonomy. Who are you and how do you authentically show up into your life? Inhale, lift your knees into your chest. Exhale, drop your knees down to the opposite side, just letting these muscles relax. Breathe here. Take another breath. Begin to lift your knees up into your chest and begin to rock side to side. And slowly begin to make your way back on up to a seated cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your heart. Honor yourself. Honor your body. Notice how the core feels. And namaste. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and feel free to tap into some of my other videos. You'll see that all my teachings really work together. And when you take these little videos like to activate your core, it makes a lot of sense in the other practices I offer. So from my heart to yours, namaste.